Hey friend, it is Amy, your life coach and self-talk trainer. You were born to live up to your very best. This is your unique, unlimited potential. Now, what we know is actually true is that you can retrain your mind to use a new vocabulary, a new language, which is self-talk, and you have the power and potential as you relearn these thoughts that are going to radically change the direction of your life in the way that you want it. Any message that you hear, any message that your brain hears, temporarily records. And if you hear repeatedly, then your brain records it as important. If you were raised in a negative home, then we have a lot to rewrite. And it's okay, because here's where the hope is. 95% of your programs wired in are stored subconsciously. We don't even know that they're there, and we act on those things as true. Now, how many of you have said, I know what to do, I don't know why I do it? Here is your solution. The thing you don't want to do is a program stored in your subconscious, your brain, that is so strong that it wins every time, but you don't have to stay that way. That's the good news. Here's the example. So as a kid, maybe you were told, or I was told, that you're just not smart enough, or you're just not good at this particular thing. The brain doesn't know that that's not true when we're younger, because we're just learning, we're taking everything in. And when it's repeated so many times, we take it in as truth, especially if we hear it often from our parent or who raised us. So this is why it's so important to make sure that right now what you're reading and watching is the truth, because if it's repeated to your mind, it is going to take it in as truth. It's easy to see why studies show that 77% of our programs received as kids were negative, and then now as adults a problem comes up, and then there's no wonder that it's fears and doubts and anxiety that show up right away. So example is when the first thought is, that never works out for me. A combination of these programs we repeat out loud to ourselves now as adults. We catch ourselves now saying the same things that our parents said. And you're like, what? Are you serious? People laugh when they say, oh, I'm just like my mom. But seriously, that is the power of your programs. That's the power of your self-talk now that you were trained with younger. So that's why I'm wildly passionate about helping people see that they have the power. You have the power to control right now to change your life, your thoughts, and break these generational cycles. Our friends and our kids and generations to come, if we could be the ones that teach them the power of positive self-talk. Now, this is NeuroFit. This is why I made this program. Having a mind in shape is the number one place to start. That makes everything else work in your life and create lasting change. Now, there's a part of our brain called the amygdala, and that part of the brain is an alert system that I teach about in my course. But this keeps us on high alert, and this protects us from danger, which 2,000 years ago was probably great. But now, positive self-talk, we are learning, calms down that amygdala. You get a new language. Your positivity lowers your stress. You see the moment. You're more present. You're more calm. And then instead of expecting the worst, it's like self-emotional regulation. Hello. If you could imagine that positive self-talk works for you to calm down that amygdala that's coming in first as defense, and then you're able to use positive self-talk, and you're snapping less at your family, and you're lower stress at work, and you have slower reaction. I mean, there's so many positives. Okay, now time to get out a notepad. We're moving quickly into an exercise. I want you to write down the most successful person that you know in your life, and imagine being in the same room with that person. They're sitting next to you on your right-hand side. What is their energy? What is their confidence like? Write that down. Now, to the left of you, I want you to write down the least successful person you know. This is somebody that's struggling and failing pretty badly. Picture them with you standing to your left. When you take a step back and you look at both of them, ask yourself, what is the difference? The real answer is their programming. They both started as sweet little babies, born with the same unique potential. We can look at parenting, cultures, schools, because life programs people. And we can see now nobody's born any better than anybody else. So you don't need to criticize either one. That's what's amazing about this, is it clears judgment. But what's the difference is programming. What's awesome is that now you understand, even if you've just heard it for the first time, that you have the power and the potential to change your programming. So right now your brain is changing as we talk. We are constantly changing, whether you like the way it's going or not. So you might as well put yourself in charge of the messages that you're receiving. You will always act on your strongest messages. Your programs and your subconscious, this is your programs. This is how you react. The good news is you can start working on that now. Right now, you are ready to take control thought by thought. It takes just as much effort to go nowhere as it does to work on your thought life. So let's do this together, and I promise you that you will thank yourself very soon. Your family and friends will notice, and you'll be making an impact for good, making this one choice for you. Now, to rewire your mind, if people always ask, how long does it take? I want to go. Let's do this. It takes about 3 weeks for the brain to rewire itself. But I've created an 8-week course that's available for you all at once. You get access to it. So if you want to do it in 3 weeks, you totally can. And you get to keep this course for life so you can help other people. But it comes with self-talk that I want you to listen to each day, twice a day, along with my expert help in this education. I am your self-talk certified trainer and your life coach, here with you every step of the way. I know you're excited to get started. This is the missing piece you've been looking for. We are going to capture that stinking thinking and rewrite your script so that you see instant results. It's incredible. You can rewire your mind in 3 weeks of consistency. It's how I did it. It's how I completely took control and changed my life. 25 years ago, I started listening to self-talk consistently every day, and it worked. Not only, though, does it work instantly in how you take control of today and how your thoughts become your actions. So I'm able to make right choices. I eat right, I live right, and I'm reaching really important personal goals because of my self-talk and renewing my mind today. But I know that the investment in doing that simple thing today, just taking a couple minutes to learn today the language of self-talk and to study it, I am seriously going to get a payoff in my future. And I cannot tell you how thankful I am that I took the time, made the investment, and did that for myself so many years ago. That the people that I've been able to help and the women that have had massive impact, it's been incredible for families and for kids. So many kids are now speaking out self-talk because their parents are using that language around them, not because they're trying to change them, but because their parents are speaking out truth into their kids' lives, which, remember, they will take on as their truth, whether it's truth or not. So we might as well be programming ourselves to work for our own good, so you have an incredible life, so you live the life of your dreams. It's possible for you. I believe it. I believe in you. Borrow my belief until you get this course and you do it for yourself. I can't wait to see you.